Hello everybody, hope you are all doing very well and welcome to this special Contenders live stream tonight, which I truly believe this is going to be a really good one. Lots of like key information on the lessons side packed, and then when we go over Bitcoin, obviously what's happening right now, that's just going to be amazing. And obviously it's my birthday as well, so yeah, that's even cooler. Really, I've enjoyed today thoroughly, and yeah, after this stream I'm going out, so it will literally be more or less the hour, and then I'm going out tonight to celebrate as well, obviously my birthday. So yeah, hope you're all looking forward to this stream. It's going to be a good one, and yeah, let's just go straight into this. Obviously, there's as always a lot to go through, but this Bitcoin rise that we're obviously seeing right now is, probably if you're watching this back in like 10 months' time, then just realize that right now, the 26th of June, my birthday has been the day of an amazing Bitcoin rise. Basically, we're up over 20% on over that now, like maybe up 22% in like 24 hours. It's just been amazing. What a birthday present it really has been. That is just amazing, more than what I could have asked for. So yeah, hope you're looking forward tonight, where we're going to be going over this order. Okay, starting with Atom chart of the week. Okay, so I'm going to be going over Atom and what's going on here. And if you're in the Champions group, you will know that I have cut all alts. So this is going to be quite an interesting chart of the week. And then I'm going to be moving on to why I'm only trading Bitcoin at the moment. Okay. So you can kind of tell what's happened with this Atom trade. I want to cover like what the reasons why I'm only trading Bitcoin and literally not in any alts. Okay, then I want to cover horizontal support and resistance flips, because this has just been so like it's like just a real crucial element of trading that you need to really fully understand. So I'm going to be going over the SR flips basically and RS flips, just really crucial information. And then the trend line, also the trend line, which we'll be able to see on this Atom chart, which is one of the reasons why I closed out. Basically, trend line SR flips, and then I want to like really review Bitcoin for you all today, like in a lot of detail, how I've been trading it in particular, which has just been really good, but also just like tips here and there on Bitcoin in general, what we're seeing right now. I think it's going to be like a key theory tonight, but also when I get over to this Bitcoin thing, you're going to be like pretty blown away with how well I have honestly traded that. So yeah, let's go over to Atom first. Okay, so Atom chart of the week, and we can see Bitcoin currently breaking through resistance. Very nice. As you all know, just before anyway, I'll cover Bitcoin at the end. Obviously, I'm in that long, but let's go. So yeah, Atom chart of the week. So this is what I was looking at on chart of the week. Okay. Obviously, it all started. Let me load up the, what I went through here. Okay, so entry 5793, which is in the middle of 65 and 786. Okay, so it's on an up, just below, slightly below the upsloping trend line as support. And I was really debating whether to give an Atom chart of the week, because I just really wanted to give a Bitcoin one. But I thought I'd go with Atom because, firstly, the setup was there. And I really want to cover the 618 of this trade, because I noticed a lot of people were on about the 618, and I actually chose this because it was on the 618 and my entry was not at the 618, and I just wanted to highlight that you should not take every single 618 Fibonacci trade, and this was like one, I guess, a little bit of a trick one this week, maybe, because yeah, I just really want to highlight that just because you have a 618, and obviously I say things like, oh yeah, I take every 618 trade, for example, but it's really crucial that you can't just like see 618 Fibonacci on a chart and take it every single time. It doesn't work like that. You cannot just take every single 618 Fibonacci trade, because it's not a really a reliable trading strategy of just taking a 618 and not looking for confluences, etc. So yeah, that's kind of why I half chose this one. I just wanted to highlight this, and so obviously this nevertheless this was a high risk trade, and this is what I'll be going on to in a second of why I'm not trading alts. But obviously, yeah, this was a trade that I did take from just below this upward sloping trend line, and I'll cover what's going on in a second. But let's just go over to the chart first. So this was like not too much of a difficult setup really at all. Okay, so this is the line that I was looking at here for the, obviously it's broken, totally broken now. As you can see, we're almost coming down for a double bottom, but we had this upward sloping potential support, okay? And what was nice for my confluence is from the top to the low to the high, okay? Where we could be looking at this as an A, coming up for the B, okay, and down for the C. Then this was hitting a 1-to-1. So we had the 1-to-1 of this, okay, 1-to-1 here on that control on the uh on this upward sloping support trend line. So this for me was like a nice confluence. I wanted to take it slightly below. Then I could see, because I was kind of bearish on all the alts, if I'm honest with you, but I just wanted to like take this one off of 793. We also had horizontals here. Okay, so we had a nice mixture for me. We had the upward sloping support. We had the 1-to-1 here, okay, of this move here. We had the 1-to-1 right here. Okay, and we also had the horizontals at this level. Okay, so that for me was a trade I was willing to take, but cut short as soon as I saw a red flag. Bitcoin up another $100. So yeah, that was like the confluence that I'm looking at this point. Okay, so there was like 3 reasons for me to take this trade, and now yeah, so as you can see here, upward sloping trend line between 786 and 65, and 1-to-1 extension, and really I just really want to highlight, you do not take every single 618 trade on a chart. Okay, you do not do that. You need to like see like strong reasons to take a trade all the time. So it's you know, I thought this would be like a nice one to like give you, because it was sat here when I posted it, was sat here, and yeah, I just wanted to like use this one really especially to like highlight, you do not take every single 618. You have to like be a little bit picky with your trades, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, results of this trade, obviously. So this was posted then, so the original post was the 24th, and this was when yesterday, 25th. So as you can see, we were like lost. I'll zoom into the chart in a minute, but we came down and I got my entry, okay, and as you will see here on the chart, okay, as we zoom in, and I will show you this, we got entry, okay, so got filled, but then this happened, okay, so then this happened, so here was me getting filled, okay, and we come up and we retested this upward sloping trendline support, and as you can see here, clearly flipped into resistance, and this is what I'm covering today. So you come down, you lose support, you come up and back test old support as resistance, and naturally you expect to move down, because that is then a support flipping into resistance for a continued move to the downside. And thank you everybody for saying happy birthday. Really appreciate it, honestly. So yeah, that was the reason why I closed out of this early. Okay, so I like saw this red, really for me a really big red flag, and naturally just cut loose this position. It was firstly a really high risk trade, and I just had no real interest in trading the alts, if I'm honest. Okay, so thoughts. Going to close this trade early, don't like with how Bitcoin is looking at all, and this was obviously yesterday 9:30, so we're sat over 24 hours later, and this is all the way down at near a double bottom, so great decision, I think. So yeah, basically a break-even trade. It was 0.1 profit or something, like ridiculous amount, so we're just going to class it as break-even trade. As I wrote in the Champions group chat, I have closed all altcoin positions and I am only trading Bitcoin. So as you can see here, this was a post that I did make yesterday. When someone was asking me like about Atom, and I just said to them all, like, I'm in 0 altcoin positions at the moment. I am literally out of all alts, and I am only interested in trading Bitcoin. So this obviously made it fairly obvious that I closed out of this Atom trade, because all I want to trade is Bitcoin. Literally all I want to trade is Bitcoin, and you're going to go, and I'm going to explain the reasons why shortly, okay? But that's really important for me, okay? And we'll look to re-enter if/when, obviously this was yesterday when I wrote this, but I was looking to re-enter if we actually had done something like this, okay? So if we had done something like this at this point, and then I would have looked to enter here, okay? Obviously this scenario has not played out at all, so I just naturally didn't even entertain the idea of entering a position on Atom, okay? So like, I guess re-entering, okay? Just, yeah, no interest at all in altcoins, okay? 0 interest. And so that was a pretty quick chart of the week, but really it's because there was not too much to go on to, and obviously the continuation of this, I'm not interested in Atom at all in the slightest at this moment in time. Although yes, you know, if you want to, you could trade a double bottom. I'm not interested in it. Okay, so you obviously got your double bottom literally just below you here. So if you wanted to, then knock yourself out with a double bottom trade. Personally, I will tell you now, I'm not taking it. But yeah, you obviously could, if you wanted to, give yourself a really small risk and, you know, aim up for that reward. But, you know, there's a setup there, but personally, not one I will be taking. Okay, and that's just because of Bitcoin. Okay, so now I want to cover why and give you all a reason why, because it's all well and good me saying I'm not trading Bitcoin. I'm not trading altcoins. I'm only trading Bitcoin. But I want to like explain why this is, so you get into my thought process. Because obviously I've been saying this now for quite a long time. It's not just suddenly I've just said this. I've really been like highlighting to you all. Not interested in trading alts, and obviously I made this like really clear over this week, especially. And you know. Anyway, so I want to just explain this reasoning why before I get on to the actual lesson today, really. So yeah, this is the reasons, okay? So I only trade alts. I'm going to pretty much read out. So I only trade alts to gain more Bitcoin, okay? That's all I'm interested in a bull market, is to gain more Bitcoin, okay? But if an alt is in a downtrend and a Bitcoin is in an uptrend, why would I want to trade alts? And obviously I see comments from people, oh, I've got an XRP hold bag. I've got a, I don't know what hold bag, like, cut it loose. You need to cut the bags loose. This is not trading. If you've got a hold, well, I've obviously not financial advice. You can do what you want, but I just don't really understand why you want to have a holding bag. When we're traders, we're not just holders anymore, and that's how you lose money, by holding. Okay, holding will lose you money. So I mean, I'll explain more in a minute. Obviously, people that held Bitcoin throughout 2017, obviously, then the majority lose profits, etc., 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 etc. You can do what you want, really, but I do believe that holding with no plan is just a really bad idea in trading. Okay, like you're not trading, then you're more investing, I guess. But do what you want. Okay, but when alts are in heavy, as I said, when alts are in heavy downtrend and Bitcoin is in a heavy uptrend, it doesn't make any sense to trade alts. Okay, it just does not make sense to me why I'd be looking to trade alt. Obviously, at the moment, so many people, you see on Twitter, you see on, all the social media platforms, people are like, oh my God, Ethereum's going to $400, or, they're posting like print screens of their Ethereum gains, and it's like, well, if you actually had just been trading Bitcoin, you would have made so much more money. If you were holding Ethereum from $300 to $400, let's say, and Bitcoin from $10,000 to $12,000, well, Bitcoin's going to make me more money, because the Ethereum pairing on Bitcoin is going down. Okay, so you'd have made some more USD value, but your Bitcoin value is going down, so it just makes more sense to trade Bitcoin. And if any of you have a question about this, please ask, and I will explain that more. Because I know some people don't understand that concept, and that's totally fine. So if you do not understand that concept, then let me know, and I will elaborate. Okay. But moving on. So yeah, many alts have lost yearly lows, which leads to little support on the way down. When a coin loses the yearly lows, it's just like waterfall downwards. And it's like, do you want to catch a knife in this situation? Personally, no, not really that interested in catching a knife at those levels. Obviously, you can use the fibs, and I'm not going to lie, some alts have had really nice fib bounces, 1133, 1414, 1217. They've had nice bounces there, but it's just like, really, I'm just not interested at all. Okay, like I said here, better for the charts to show you a reversal first. Give me I'll happily miss on an altcoin that's down, like 50% in a week. I would happily miss the first 10% bounce and getting on a retracement, for example. Okay. More than happy. I'm not interested in catching a knife right now on an altcoin. So yeah, when Bitcoin is trading in a 10% range, or literally moving upwards 10% in a day, like we're probably seeing right now, why trade an altcoin? Literally, why trade an altcoin when Bitcoin is so volatile? You can make so much money on Bitcoin right now. There's zero need to trade alts, okay? And, alts are there to make more Bitcoin at the end of the day. But if you can make more money, or, if you actually make more fiat sort of USD value than trading Bitcoin, why trade alts, okay? And last point that I want to say about this is alt season is a meme. Do not get greedy buying alts because they're low, okay? Because something that's low can just continue to drop, okay? And obviously you have to, you have the other end of the argument that when everybody is fearful, that's the time to be greedy. And I agree with this. When everyone is fearful, it's time to be greedy. And when everyone is greedy, it's time to be fearful. I do understand the concepts, but it's also like, you cannot just buy something because it's low, because it can just keep going down and down and down and down. It's not a trading strategy. Buying something because it's low is not a trading strategy. You still, even when people are fearful and when others are greedy, you still want to have a technical analysis involved in this. That doesn't help saying I'm buying because it's low. It just doesn't make sense. You want to see some sign of a reversal happening, some sort of confirmation. Otherwise, you are just speculating and not really trading technical analysis, okay? So yeah, wait for a reversal and then get involved. And yeah, this was from yesterday, obviously. So Bitcoin only trade needed, and obviously this shows Bitcoin yesterday up 2%, and then you see all the altcoins down, in the red. So that was just for a emphasis. There's so much no need, and these are probably all down another 20% from here, and Bitcoin's up another 20%. So just really want to highlight that to you. And time and a place for trading alts. Okay, so in trading there is a time and a place to get involved in a trade. Okay, you want to have some confirmation, have some sort of sign that something's turning around, some sort of technicals, trade alts, not because of an alt season, but because the technicals are there on the chart to actually show you that there's a buy there, okay, not just in hope. Too many people start trading and just hope that something's going to go up, or they believe that it's going to go up. They believe there's an alt season coming, so they buy, and then the next week they're down another 20% on their bag, holding because they think it's going to turn around. It's not a trading strategy. Do not get involved in that mindset of hope, because hope is probably going to turn into despair when you are sat with a 50% bag in the red. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to help you with, because I know a lot of people, and I'm not trying to I hope that you can just see that I'm trying to help, not trying to put you down, or if you're in this situation, then just try and learn from this and just say, I've just had so many people that have come to me in this situation that they've been bag holding and they've lost so much money, and I honestly feel for you, because it's hard when you see so much Twitter shills, you see all this noise, like, buy this bag, it's going to times 10, it's going to times 20, just wait till the altcoin season starts. And I understand how newer traders can get so influenced by this sort of just noise, all this sort of, they don't care for you or your money, they don't. So it's obviously easy to buy into these sort of, this is just so easy for a newer trader to get influenced by that. And it's just like, you have to be really careful, I guess, the information that you intake, because if you intake too much poor information, then it might bite you in the ass, I guess. So just be careful. So alts are, as I said here, so I will 100% return to aggressively trading alts when Bitcoin has calmed down and alts have shown me they are ready to bounce. Until that happens, I am more than comfortable just trading Bitcoin. This was wrote yesterday, and obviously today we are seeing another great rise in Bitcoin. Let's have a quick look a second. Yes, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. So literally coming up to the 6.5 now. Let's take a real quick look here. So we are hitting the 6.5. Okay, and hitting monthly on the BitMEX chart. So these are like nice confluences. These are real nice. So let's see how this goes. Anyway, I want to finish what I wrote up before I concentrate on Bitcoin, but we're going to go through some Bitcoin trades. I got to do it. So let's go over to the meat and potatoes of today's lesson. Okay, which is going to be horizontal resistances flipping into supports, and giving you some like real examples of this. And it's just been, honestly, one of the main ways I've traded over the last week. The SR flips are absolutely amazing. They have just been massive money makers, and today I want to teach you how I do them. They're, if I'm honest, they're not complex. Okay, so they are not complex, so you can like integrate this into your trading strategy by the end of this lesson. I hope. I really hope you'll have a good understanding of this, because it's really not too complex. So yeah, if you do have any questions, please ask, and I will cover them all at the end for you, because I really need you to understand this, because it's such a core concept of trading that it's just really important that you fully understand. Okay, so this is the basic attention token. Okay, so that okay, and this was from the 19th, so about a week ago more or less. Okay, and this was really nice example, because I actually had buy orders on basic attention token. I can't remember where it was, maybe around down here. I can't remember the exact limit, but it was on a monthly support. And this is like the thing, that obviously in the champions group there was a lot of people also buying in because I was buying in. Okay, but it's like, for me, I see these red flags and I'm out like this. I'm out of a trade like this. If I see a red flag like this, I'm literally will cut my bag straight away. And I know people were not doing this, and I was like highlighting like these key resistances. They like flipped twice in a row. So basically the concept I want to teach you is that when you have a support and that support is broken, it flips into resistance. Okay, and you do not then get interested until you take the resistance and flip it back into support. Okay, and I'm going to explain this in more detail shortly. Okay, but really simply, this is a lovely example on basic attention token. Look at the support here. Bounce, massive bounce, smaller bounce, and you see here the bounce is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, it's like I guess, view it like a ball that's bouncing smaller, 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 and it goes down. Okay, so there's only so much time you can hold up a level before the buyers exhaust and you drop down, and it's all about supply and demand. Okay, so if you have, if you have like this area that people are interested in buying, but the bounces are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, there's less sellers, then less people are obviously holding up that price at that level, and you need to come back down and search for value at a lower price, where then you're going to see at that lower price, are people interested in buying this level, or is it still overvalued? Is there still more sellers at this level? And you need to go down until you find a level where actually there's an agreement between buyers and sellers at this is a fair price. Okay, and that's where you stay range bound. Okay, then you range while a good price is worked out. Okay, and then once you've stayed in that range, okay, that accumulation range, once you work out a fair value, then eventually you're going to start getting an increase. You should start seeing an increase in, as more demand comes into the market and people realize this is a fair price, and you get some investors, traders, etc., that want to start driving that price up. Okay, and so it's all about trying to find a fair value of a coin. Okay, like a key, I guess, concept of trading. So yeah, this is obviously our support broken. Okay, so number one, support on a chart. Okay, once the support is broken, it flips into resistance going forward. So really clearly, level, bounce, smaller bounce, descending triangle-esque. You break it. Okay, you create a new support here. Okay, you obviously come down, you find the low of that move down. Okay, so you come back up, high, higher low, higher high. So at this point you might think, oh, this is a trend reversal. But no, it doesn't really reverse the trend, because you just come up straight into the old support that flips into resistance, and guess what? Then you form your low, lower high, lower low, and like straight away you don't really change the trend as such, because you just go straight into a resistance level, and you obviously then come back down. And guess what? Here you can see the half support that you had on the way down. So buyers try to hold it up for about 12 hours, and you try and hold it up and you break it. Okay, and then you come up and retest. And this is a classic example again of support. Once broken, flips into resistance, and this is now sat at like 2.8 or something. So you're down nearly another, massive amount of percentage again from this level. So let's go to basic attention token a second, and I will show you this. Yeah, so like these are like some like of the levels, and you just see like support flipping into resistance. Is here you are coming down, and basically it's just absolutely getting obliterated at this point. So as are all alts. So yeah, that's the key concept of support flipping into resistance. Yeah, Bitcoin is kind of distracting me as well, but got to deal with this. So yeah, that's really nice on basic attention token, and just the example, and I really hope that you all understand this key concept, because as you'll see with Bitcoin in a minute, it's just amazing. Okay, so yeah, likewise when resistance is broken, it becomes support. So here is an example on EOS, okay, on the USD chart. Here is a resistance level. Okay, resistance, you move up, you get resistance, you come up, you break resistance, back test it as support, and get a big move up. So let's just ignore this patch for a second. Resistance broken, flips to support. Once you flipped it to support, you can then move up again. Okay, so one, you have a resistance level on the chart. Two, once that resistance is broken, it flips into support going forward. Okay, so just like this, obviously the support flips into resistance. Well, the resistance here is flipping into support to support a move to the upside going forwards. Okay, so like a really key understanding that you need to have of this. And obviously in this example, if you're looking for long positions, if you are looking for a long, then what you want to see is like price do this. Instead of like coming up and getting rejected, normally you'll get rejected first time, but then you want to see a breakthrough, and then that would constitute your buy. Okay, once you've then broken the resistance, back tested it and held it as support, and then you come up and break the highs, well then you've actually changed that, you've changed the trend, and most importantly you've got through that resistance, and now you're back testing it right again as support. Okay, so that's what you want to see when you're looking for buys. And if you're exactly like this, if you're looking for shorts, then you obviously want to see this broken, back tested, and enter your short on a retest. So obviously whether you're looking for longs or shorts, that's exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so yeah, resistance when it's broken comes into support. Okay, so very nice. So this is like an example on Bitcoin. So this must have been yesterday. So this was like absolutely perfect. So nice. So we had a parallel channel, so easy. We had a parallel channel ranging. Okay, this is what we have seen time and time again in Bitcoin. Okay, like this is the pattern to be trading right now. You form a resistance. Okay, you form that resistance. You then get rejected. You go higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Consolidate under resistance, breakthrough. Okay, real simple stuff. Okay. consolidation under resistance is bullish. So the more you consolidate under here, it's like when we were going through this example, there's only so much time people can sell and then you break through. So like here, there's only so much times people can sell before you break through. Okay, especially when you're uptrending in an uptrend, especially when you're in an uptrend, and you bang it at a level so much you go through it. So yeah, exactly. And here you break that resistance and you hit the 0.5 Fibonacci. Okay, so the fibs here have been like key levels. So you hit the 0.5 Fibonacci, you get rejected. Okay, you come back down, you test the old parallel channel resistance, that flips into support, and obviously, as you will know, we're sat at 13 grand or something like now. So that's easy trades. Yeah, resistance broken, comes to support, you move back up. Really easy stuff. And really just removes so much emotion, so much biases out of trading. You see this and you just expect it to continue upwards, and until you start to break the resistances. So let's say, for example, because people are waiting for a dip on Bitcoin, but while you break resistances, you back test it and you hold it. Well, you're not going to get your dip that you want while this keeps happening. What you want to see, if you want a dip, is actually for it to come back down to support and then break it, and then you're going to start to get your dip that you so much want. But until that happens, unfortunately, you're not going to be getting a big dip. You need to break some of these supports, and at the moment you're literally back testing them perfectly and continuing on. Like really nice. Like you can literally be selling resistances, buying on those retests, and just making perfect trades, real perfect trades. So yeah, the last example that I wanted to go through here is on obviously the uptrending line. Okay, so you have support, and this is on Ethereum Classic. Oh yeah, I wanted to review this. I forgot because this was last week's, wasn't it? So Ethereum Classic, I will go through Ethereum Classic. But basically, yeah, this was Ethereum Classic. Ooh, where are we going here? So Ethereum Classic, where you obviously have your support. You broke it, you hit resistance, and this dropped down. Okay, so you got rejected from this point. But obviously now, because Bitcoin's up, this is broken through. So the USD charts, if Bitcoin is up so massively, the USD charts are going to be doing well. So yeah, this has broken through resistance at this point, and we will take a quick look at Ethereum Classic, and then I'm going to go on to Bitcoin. Look at this go. Ooh. Little bit of a rejection. Let's take a quick look at Ethereum Classic, and then I'm going to move on to Bitcoin for you all. Ethereum Classic, just because it was chart of the week last week, and I want to review. So here, this is what we were looking at last week. Okay, so this is what we were looking at. So obviously we were in this parallel channel. And wow, okay, so you see here, parallel here. This is what we were looking at. I have not adjusted this chart at all, literally not adjusted it. So you're in this parallel channel, okay? You break through the parallel channel in the end, and look at that back test. Look at that back test. Perfect, absolutely perfect, isn't it? So you break up, back test, and then you move on again. Okay, you hit that resistance. This is $9.49. Okay, you hit that, you get rejected, come back down to daily support. These are levels that were on the chart last week. I have not adjusted this in the slightest, and now you can just see how amazing these levels are. Literally so amazing. Break the parallel, back test the parallel, come up to weekly resistance, get rejected at weekly resistance, wick onto daily support, come back up to weekly resistance, and this is a move of 10% pretty much rejection, 6% follow up, 6%. Yeah, that's pretty legit, pretty crazy, because you can be shorting this and longing it. So there's break off here. So obviously we were shorting here originally. You get rejected in the channel, you break up from the channel. Okay, you can close on this back test where you can go long on the retest. Okay, long up to weekly, close, come down to daily, come up to weekly. Yeah, that's really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So there's a review for you all on Ethereum Classic, and now we have to come over here to Bitcoin. So if you're watching this 6 months in the future, apologies that I'm going to be spending a little bit of time on Bitcoin at this moment in time, but it's pretty insane, this rise, and I need to cover it basically. So let's go over what we have been seeing. Firstly, let me go over, before I get into what's happening now, let's go over what's happened in the past and how I've been trading this, because I have been trading this really well, if I'm honest. So this is a review. Okay, so let me go back and go through what I wanted to cover, and the same pattern that we've been seeing time and time again. So it's like this sort of pattern. Okay, so this is what you need to be looking out for. This is really what you need to be trading, okay, on Bitcoin and in general. Let me remove this fib. So this is what you see, yeah. So you're in your parallel, upward sloping support, you break out, you back test, you move up again, okay? And then if you actually look on the 3 minute here, you can see how really nice this was. So obviously this is the level I was giving everyone yesterday, 1,100, $11,469. Okay, so we broke here. Okay, so you break the highs on this candle right here. We break the highs on this candle right here, and you see what happens. You come back up, you back tested this resistance as support, and we can see this on the 1 hour. Okay, really nicely. So where were we here? Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what time frame I got this level from now. Where was this level? Daily? Nope. Oh no. Oh, this is a bit embarrassing. Here we go on the 15 minute. So this is where I got that level from. You can see from the top here, the top 2 candles, that's where I got that level from. Okay, so this was actually the 15 minute. Okay, and then obviously when we come down again to the 3 minute, you can see there that's like your top on that 15. You break, you retest, and you move up again, and you know, that's just continuation. And then like when we review this trend, okay, so let's go back and like review some like really key levels. So here again, you can see like this is your key. This was a 4 hour resistance at this point, so I do remember this one. So you had this 4 hour level. Okay, so obviously you are looking here at resistance broken, and let's go back to the 1 hour, broken, okay, flipped into support, you move back up again, okay, and it's like the same sort of scenario, okay, it's the same sort of scenario that we had just seen like yesterday. So you might start making higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, you can see it, higher lows, you consolidate under resistance, and there you go, breaking through. Okay, so it's like when you see consolidation under resistance, it's really bullish basically. Okay, so like you can see it throughout the chart basically, like you start consolidating under resistances. It's just a concept again that you need to understand, like consolidation under resistance is bullish. So with that all said and done, let's now review what's going on here on Bitcoin. So let's go through this. So right hand side is going to be Binance, left hand side is Bitfinex. So this is like really perfectly, but I need to put this the other way around, not used to that. So on the left we've got Binance here, on the left we've got Binance, and on the right we've got BitMEX. Okay, and this is how I like to review them together. So we can see here like the confluences. So this is originally, so I've been trading this long. You all know how aggressively long I've been trading Bitcoin, and I closed out at 13,716 because of this confluence right here. Okay, you see this confluence. This, I will zoom out in a minute. This is the 618 on the BitMEX chart, and this was our monthly level on the Binance chart. And this is madre mia, perfect confluence, where you see monthly resistance lining up with the 618. Okay, on the BitMEX chart 618, the monthly over on Binance, that was the biggest sell for me. Like that was a really big sell signal basically. Okay, really big sell signal for me. So when you see that sell signal, and I sold here, I sold at 13,716. This is the level I've had marked out for a long time. Sold there, and guess what? We saw a pretty stark, okay, for 3.5% rejection. And when you're playing with a lot of money, that is a big move, by the way, 3.5%. So that is a big rejection there. Okay, and guess what? As you all know, as I was like commentating earlier before I went on this stream, said I've just entered into another long because I closed out here, re-entered because this is the 618 here. 618, then the resistance, so this really key, resistance of the 618, broken, flipped into support, you move on again, and consolidation, you know, it's just real textbook, really easy type for trading. Yeah, really textbook, really nice. So resistance 618, and now let me like zoom out and show you this because you might not be able to see that too well. So let's zoom out a second to the daily and just let me show you this. So there's the 618 that you're looking at, the overall 618 from high to low. Okay, and then obviously you break that, you flip it, and you know you're getting continuation. And you can see right now you're literally on the 6.5 on BitMEX. You are literally on the monthly right now. So these for me are like really important levels. You're literally hitting that monthly right now. So like these are levels where you can like sell and get in on the pullbacks, because you do expect pullbacks on these levels. So you can see like you are pulling back at these levels, and it's no surprise. 1%, you know, 1% is like decent. So yeah, these are like take profit levels. Just like this is a take profit level, really. You don't, unless you are like really skilled, I would say, you don't really want to be looking to short these levels. I did take a short scalp here, but I just want to like really stress, unless you really know what you're doing, you shouldn't be looking to short these levels. They are more take profit levels, because you, exactly like this, you short here, and a lot of people will short here and get really greedy, and then they've lost their trade straight away. And it's just like, this is such a strong uptrend. Do you really want to jump in front of it? Yeah, like if you're shorting this, you do have to be scalping until you lose an uptrend. Okay, so then right here, this is obviously now your level that you'd be looking at to flip, so you'd want to flip this. Okay, and then you can continue on, and maybe if you start to drop down from these, like, well, really, you've got a more important level further down here, if I'm honest, but you start to lose these levels, and then you would be like, okay, now we can start to see like a bigger retracement, for example. But yeah, while you are just like, again, like here right now, consolidating under resistance, then that's quite bullish. And you see here, so this was another metric that you sell off, okay, and you get like really low. So there was like, it's just like it looks like a bull flag basically. And right here, the sell volume again is really low. It's just, I don't know, it's really crazy, but nobody seems to want to really sell. Okay, knowing this, we're gonna get a massive sell off now. But yeah, you're getting slight lower momentum here. So you are getting like, actually now, on the histogram, bearish divergences. So you can see here, like on this last move up, really high momentum. So the momentum is really there on this push up. Okay, and now on this second one, you are obviously getting a lot less momentum. It's not a short signal. It's not a short signal, but you are getting less momentum. So that's what I'd be looking at right there. Okay. Yeah, so obviously quite big news that in the champion stream, I'm doing a trading challenge. So I'm doing a trading challenge where it's going to be live trading on stream. So I'm going to start live trading on the stream with everybody. That's going to be like amazing. I'm so hyped for that. And I'm going to be doing like either 1,000, it's probably going to be like 10,000 to 100,000 on live on stream for you all to watch. And I created that account today, so I could open up that account and do this right now. Basically, I created the new account today, so I do have a new trading account. Literally put like 1 Bitcoin or 2 Bitcoin on there or something, and yeah, I literally created that today, so I could open this up. Should we go over and do some trades? Let's see. Might as well. So this is one that I literally created today. Move some Bitcoin across to you all, just because I am doing that live trading session for you all in the coming days. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. Basically, it's like a challenge, trade 10,000, whatever I'm going to do, 10,000, 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, whatever, to like 10 Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin to 10 Bitcoin. I'm undecided at the moment, but yeah, this is what I created today, and got this like set up and ready, so we can like do some stuff here. Bitcoin. So yeah, getting rejected. You can see here, like, so this is my trade history. Literally never ever done a trade on this account. This is the first ever trade on the account. First ever trade on the account, and here we are sat in $1,700 profit right now, and this was literally created today. So yeah, how's that for a first ever trade on an account? Pretty nice. But yeah, this is like what I'm going to be doing. So in the champion stream, I will be like increasing this to like, I don't even know, to be honest, like 10,000 to 100 grand. I'm undecided the exact specifics, but yeah, it's exciting that I got this account set up and ready and going. And look at that. How is that for a first trade right there? Pretty nice, not gonna lie. So yeah, now let's go over this and we can like do some like scalping here together. Okay, so we are obviously, it's annoying because I would have liked to have sold at the exact point. Because now like you're chasing it, so you're chasing to sell, and I would have loved to have sold the exact point. Okay. Because I'm not too interested in selling until we break down from supports. Okay, like you have to like review. So I haven't set up a BitMEX, so we're gonna have to go into Cognito here. But we've come over to the BitMEX order book, and these are just like things I'm looking at in the time. So I hate looking at this on small groupings. Hi Daniel, for those who don't trade full time, can you suggest a way of managing trades, as we can't always be at our computers watching chart, we can't react as quickly as full-time traders? Yeah, I guess if you cannot manage a trade full time, so I cannot give you financial advice, but I can say I would trail stop losses. That's what I would do if I was unable to be here full time, and just if I had to go off for a holiday or whatever, I would trail my stop losses. Okay, so what I mean by trailing your stop losses, you have your stop loss. Okay, and here we are on the 1 hour chart, and you move your stop losses up above the higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So you move your stop losses up as you go along. Okay, and then as you move those stop losses up, oh god, so as you move those stop losses up, then you just can guarantee yourself profits in an uptrend. Okay, and for example, you come down here, it's quite far since you last took it, so like you buy in 7.5 grand, high low, move your stop loss, 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 move it, 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 and you buy in 7,000 and you're still in your position. It's right, like really easy way of doing it. So basically that's what I'd be looking at. So that's my not financial, non-financial advice way of saying that's the way that I would do it if I was in a situation where I couldn't be managing it full time. I would be more interested in moving up stop losses than looking to take profits. If I'm honest, like that's the way I would manage it. So I like taking profits. Okay, and it's like kind of hard for me, so I do like taking profits and like re-adding down. So if I take profits at a level, like I would have, if I was actually there right at that moment, I would have taken profits here and then looked to add on the retrace. Okay, but you hit a level, and this is why I like to do it, because for example you hit the level and you take profits and you can add back down below. So this is like what you want to see basically, and that's why I do it. But if you're like in a situation where you can't be taking profits and adding it back down because you're away all day, I don't know, then obviously you don't have that luxury. And if you don't have that luxury of being well, I guess some people don't want to do that. If you don't have that option, then you need to come out to a high term time frame, for example, and just trail your stop losses up. Okay, you can see this 4 hours really, really, really extended. We are on 91 RSI. You see, there's not even bearish divergences. This is still making high momentum. You can stay overbought for so long, by the way. You can stay overbought for like ages in an uptrend. So many people would have probably shorted Bitcoin, thinking, "Oh my God, it's in 90 RSI." But yes, it's not a short signal. Oh wow, look at this rejection. So yeah, like this is the thing. Like you have to think that these are like. So how big is that? 1.8%. And you have to think, if you're trading with like large sums, 1.8% is lots of money. So they're like big rejections. So it's like you take profit and then you just add back in on the retest, and you can just see how this is retesting like at the moment, like really nicely. So low sell-off volume, retesting, and it's just, as I've said at the start of the stream, you keep retesting these levels. Like it's just amazing. It's so amazing. You keep retesting and moving on. It's just really, really easy to trade. Okay, so you break the level, retest, move on. Break this level, retest, move on. Break the level, retest, move on. Break the level, retest, move on. Like how perfect is that? Like literally really easy money. We could literally do it again right now. So yeah, I guess like for like tips on like how I'd be looking at this is over on the BitMEX order book. So I do love the BitMEX order book. Would be always on the 1 minute on this. Okay, 1 or 3 minute really, probably more 3. Reviewing like the review things like how much orders are coming in, what's the size of the orders, 7,300. Yeah, there's obviously, you can just see here, there's so much more people wanting to buy than there are wanting to sell. Like where are the sellers coming at this moment in time? Nobody seems to want to sell. Like you can just see the book is still to the green side. There's nobody selling at this point. It's just buys, literally. That is really, really crazy. The order book is so thin to the upside at this moment in time. Obviously, this is on the 5 grouping, but yeah, that's pretty insane. Like it's normally more to the upside. So generally speaking, you see more to the upside than to the downside. But well, here you go. It's like flipping shortly. But you see, like this is like quite volatile. But yeah, basically, I love looking at the order book. Okay, and just looking at these SR flips. USDT. So like in targets, so I like go over an analysis, and if anybody of you have any questions, just ask. On Binance, you have to manually alter stop losses. So yeah, on Binance, you do have to manually alter your stop loss. Okay, so oh, by the way, really, really amazing that Binance have done a new update. So breaking news, I guess. Binance have done margin trading, so you'll be able to margin trade on Binance, and they've released OCO order types. OCO order type is one cancels the other. So 3 commas will kind of not be required because Binance have done it, so you can now you can now have a stop loss and a take profit at the same time. Thank you, Binance, for that. That is long overdue. But yeah, that's exciting. Binance have released that along with their margin trading. Obviously, not everybody has access to margin trading, but you know, that is a new feature that they've got, OCO order type. So you will literally be able to have a stop loss and a take profit at the same time on Binance. That's pretty big because it basically invalidates the need for 3 commas. And you know, I don't want to pay for 3 commas. So I'll be happy to get rid of this and just trade on Binance, to be honest. Yeah, obviously it's like £20 a month. Who cares, really? But at the end of the day, I don't want to pay for extra things. I don't want to give these people my API keys. If I'm honest, I don't want to give random companies API keys, but I have to at the moment because Binance doesn't do it. So it's like a scenario in a bad world, if I'm honest, of having to use 3 commas. But you know. Anyway, so yeah, basically the answer to your question is on Binance, you do have to move up the stop losses manually. Obviously on 3 commas, all you need to do is do this. Okay, so on 3 commas, it's really easy. So let's say that you had a stop loss set, and then all you need to do is like move this up, okay, and then click on save, and then like it's really easy to adjust the stop loss, and it literally takes like a minute. Like you would just adjust this up and click save, and then you can see like that would guarantee 6% profit or whatever. And then with your take profits, you can just like really easily just drag this and place it wherever you want. Okay, so like the stop losses and the take profits on 3 commas are really easy to manage. Okay, yeah, they are really easy to manage. But basically, if you're just on Binance, then you do have to manually move them up. Okay. You say you won't short till supports are broken. Which support levels would be short signals for you right now with Bitcoin? So really good question. Like, if I'm honest, I'm really not even looking to short this right now. Like, this is so unreal uptrend. Okay, really massive uptrend. Like short-term scalping, like as you know, I entered a short here to sculpt this to the resistance ridge. Like short-term sculpts I will take still, but like to shorter level, I want to see a big resistance flip. I want to see a big support level go down. So we're going to have to come up to the 4 hour. Really, the support levels are all the way down. Okay, really at this point 1,800. Like I would more than happily miss the top of this move. You know, I personally, you know, you don't have to follow me, but I would more than happily miss the top of that short. Okay, wait for a pullback and go, or lose the level, retest and look to short. Like I'm really too not interested in actually shorting the top of this move. Okay, like short-term scalping, absolutely, I will more than happily like short levels, but in a mid-term swing trade, this is your important support right here. Okay, so this is your important support because it's the last area of consolidation prior to this move up. Okay, so you can get some like key ways, and it kind of all depends on how you're looking to trade short or long term. Okay, so like you have key support here, 382, 12,500. If you lose 12,500, then you could be looking for a short, because why? Well, you've broken through the old parallel channel support, which you would want to see flip into support basically. So if you come down here, okay, if you get a big rejection, you want to see that flip. Okay, so it all depends on your time frames that you're trading basically, but basically the reason that that's really nice level for support is because it is the parallel midpoint and it's also the 382, and generally in an uptrend, like you don't want to see this retrace more. So if we lose the 382, I would enter a short, but it would be really short term because then you have support 11,800 below you. Okay, but like in the like a real short term, these sort of SR flips I would short. Like this SR flip, I short it, but it's like you have to be really short term because the uptrend is so strong, and it's like you do not want to be getting in the way of this. You know, every single trader that's tried to short this uptrend has got absolutely destroyed. Let's be honest, they've got absolutely destroyed, and you do not want to be standing in front of this. Personally, I do not want to be standing in front of this. Obviously, you can see the levels that you're getting rejected from right now, and this is literally one of the last levels of resistances before you fly to 17k. You know, there's no real big resistance in this whole region, so this is like a real high level of defense. Basically, like bulls really need to defend these regions. Bears really need to defend these regions. Obviously on BitMEX, the high volume one, 14,000. So this is the monthly, and you can just see the levels that I actually give you are so legit because literally every single level gets a reaction. Okay, we got reactions at every level that I've highlighted here. So these levels are legit good. And you can just see right now, BitMEX, you know, most people would be like, why are we rejecting in the middle here? Okay, most people don't even use the 6.5, by the way. So most people would just be like, why are we rejecting here? We've broken through to 618. And then you realize, oh, right, it's a monthly level. Okay, then you come over to the monthly and look, there's your monthly level. So it's like, that's why you're getting rejected at this region. Many people would have no idea why you're getting rejected right now. If I'm honest, I don't think many people would know why you're getting rejected. But it's like, you have to zoom out and see this. And yeah, that's why you're getting rejected right now. So it's like, yeah, just like standard stuff, really. Of why you're getting rejected at this region. It's a real big monthly level. And the thing is, you break through this monthly level, it's the last monthly level. It's a real important level. Okay, this is why here you should, I should be taking profits really on this account, but I'm actually not too bothered about it, because I need to like send some. I'm not even bothered about this account, if I'm honest. So I'm not going to take profits here. But if you're trading with your main account, you should be taking profits, if I'm honest here, because it is the last important resistance level. Okay, and then if you break it, okay, what you'd want to see is if you took profits here, it's not the end of the world. You can add back lower. Okay, you can add back lower, or you can wait for it to break, and you could potentially market buy a break. Okay, or you could wait for a retest and break. Okay, it's not the end of the world if you take profits, and it moves up. Okay, I've taken profits on the way up in this move. Okay, and guess what? I've taken profits. I've added on retest, or I've just bought as it actually. Say I took profits here and it moved back down. I've either bought back on a retest or bought as it come back through that resistance. Like, you have to take profits, if I'm honest. And some people say taking profits is a scared way of trading. I really disagree with that. I just think taking profits in the uptrend is still necessary, because you're on a monthly level right now, and I just shown you the importance of this level. On the monthly, it's the last one. Obviously on weekly you still have levels to go through, so you do still have like some weekly levels here. So 16,000 obviously to 786. So you have some like key resistances still. It's not like it's the last resistance, but it's the last monthly resistance. So you just see how really important the level is. Really important. So you cannot go wrong with taking profits here. Like, you really cannot go wrong with taking a profit there. Because the best case scenario, you get a big rejection, or the worst case scenario, you break through the level and you add on slightly higher. Like, it's literally not the end of the world if that happens. But obviously I like to have the 6.5 in here. Okay, and you do see that you have that just above you as well. So you are running into a big resistance, and the reason why this is, with let me just explain this a second. You've had big resistances on this whole way up. 6k was a big resistance. You went straight through it. Okay, and you see this resistance. Okay, resistance that nobody really thought that we would go straight through, but guess what? You went straight through it and you back tested it. Perfect. And this was really the time to be like ultra bullish. Okay, what were we looking at here? A 1-2, and we thought we were in the third wave. Take the fibs from the bottom of 2 to the top of the 3. That was the biggest buy signal in the world right there. Literally the support resistance flip and the wave, what we were looking at here on that retracement, bottom of 2, top of 3, 382. That was literally the biggest buy signal in the world right there. If you had not had one previously. But that was obviously a good, people miss the opportunities. It doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, there was like definitely signs of this moving up, and like now this is so parabolic. So you have to look in what is this now, 14 days we've had one red day, so 13 days of the 14 have been all green, and these are not small moves. This is 74% in 14 days. That's pretty unreal. You only would see this in crypto. Oh, how do I get this off of my screen? Oh no, why is this in the middle of my screen? Oof, that's annoying. I'm not sure if you can all see this, but I have like this something in this middle of my screen that's like off-putting. Oh, that's really off-putting. So yeah, like on the short term, all we're looking at here, okay, all we need to be like reviewing. So we do need to not forget about the BitMEX order book, because this is definitely still important. Okay, so let's like keep reviewing this. So yeah, it's still stacked to the green side. Still stacked to the green side. This is obviously on the 10 grouping now, so this is like all the way down at 3,650, so about $70 down from here. But you can still see there's 12 million of bids still stacked to the green side. So it's like pullbacks are healthy basically, but are you going to be using soft stop losses or hard stop losses during live trading? So yeah, with the live trading that I'm going to do, I will probably use losses. I don't know. It kind of depends. I guess I will do hard stop losses because I want to do it. I'm not going to be live. I'm not going to be day trading with this account. Like, this account is just going to be for the live streams only. I'm not going to be managing this account at all through the day. So I probably will just do a hard stop loss and like trade it as if you would all be trading it, sort of thing. Obviously, when I trade my own account, I don't use hard stop losses. I use soft stop losses, but I'm not going to be like managing my own account and this one throughout the day. It's just, I'm not going to do that. So yeah, I'll probably like trade it as if I'm in the mind of all of you lot and like put in hard stop losses, I imagine, to be honest. I don't know, I'll think about it. Missed the move earlier. Added new position on dip at 3,600. Where's the 3? Okay, cool. So you got in on this SR flip. Yeah, decent. Like that's exactly what I'd be looking for. Adding on the SR flip right there. Like literally resistance. And this thing is really annoying. Okay, so obviously, yeah, like classic SR flip, and you can see that's really nice, my friend. Okay, so all I want to say is the move is overextended, and we all know the move is overextended, but I think there's so many people that want to get into this move that are still sat on the sidelines, unfortunately. You know, there's so many people that want to get in. Look at this volume. This is beautiful. Okay, so this is not this is really high volume, so that's nice. Okay. Leverage trading by invitation only. Can you do a video of OCO use? Well, you're a champion, Alex. I'll show you how to use the OCO use in the live stream. And also, like, OCO is really easy. So OCO basically means one cancels the other. So for example, you place your stop loss and your take profit at the same time, and you know, your take profit gets hit, it will cancel the stop loss. If the stop loss gets hit, it cancels the take profit. So OCO is like a really crucial order type to have. And it just means one cancels the other, and you know, you get one cancel, you go into the other. Look at this momentum right now, though. This is obviously, I can't even see 4-hour chart. Look at that momentum. This is really good. Basically, there's like no slow. This move does not seem like it's slowing down. When you see this rising momentum, rising volume, and let me just see what the open interest is doing. So we're going to check here the open interest, because open interest you want to see rising as well. Look at that open interest, 1 billion open interest. That is amazing. So you want to see open interest rising as price rises. That's bullish, and this is definitely rising. Okay, that is definitely rising. That is just about to hit 1 billion. Literally hit 1 billion. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. 1 billion open interest. Very nice. Okay, and let me just go back over here on BitMEX. Okay, funding rate. So the funding rate is actually scheduled to decrease in 9 hours. You've got funding in 34 minutes. So sometimes people will sell out as funding comes. Look at this. I wouldn't sell this. I would pay that funding. But some people will sell their funding like 2 minutes before the funding's due, or they'll close their position 2 minutes before. Okay, close their position 2 minutes before, wait for the funding to be paid, and then buy back in. And that's how you can get volatility around the funding rates. You can see up here, funding 33 minutes. But look at this buy walls. Look at, there's nobody selling. There's nobody selling. You see that there's nobody selling. I would not be surprised to see this resistance break right now. This thing is really frustrating. I'm not sure if you can even see this thing that I have on my screen, but it's like right in the way of my thing. What platform are you using for live trading? I think I'm going to use Binance, because then on Binance now we'll have margin trading, and we have access to all the alts, and I will be trading altcoins. So like, I'm interested in alts. Okay, so like when we come to the daily here, I see a lot of opportunity in some of these alts, by the way. Like, obviously I'm not catching a falling knife. I'm not interested in that, but I do see like good opportunity in these alts, and they've got absolutely wrecked. Look at the alts. They're like absolutely just destroyed. Yeah, some of these alts are, you know, as you all know, I'm in zero alts right now, and you know, this is the reason. Look at Matic right there. That is just amazing, to be honest. There's going to be a lot of opportunity, a lot of bounces, and this is why you do not FOMO in. Look at this. So this is VeChain, 60% increase given by all back the next day. Okay, imagine FOMO buying VeChain. Just absolutely amazing. Yeah, look at that. Just 60% all given back in a day. Please be careful. Yeah, but I'm getting interested in alts. So as I said today, I'm like getting interested in alts, but there's a time and a place for trading alts, and it literally is not now. But a lot of alts are coming down to very interesting levels for me. Like midterm, this is providing value, like undeniably. Look at this, man. This is just so nice. Click the volume icon and just move the volume up or down. It will go away. Click on the volume icon. No, I think it's like glitched. I don't really know what it's doing. Oh well, it's I guess you can all see it. Try changing volume. Maybe it's a bug. Yeah, I don't know why it's glitched like this. Anyway, not to worry. A computer restart will fix it. But yeah, it's slightly annoying. When taking profits, what percent? Really, really good question, Kat. And I was going to ask this, and I wanted to actually bring this up. So thank you for your question, because it's very good. Okay, so when taking profits, what percentage would you look at selling? 25%, etc. If you intend buying lower versus 2 retaining some. So really, really good question. Okay, and I'm really happy that you asked. Okay, because it's a very good question. When you're taking profits in an uptrend, never take 100%. Let's just say that you never ever take 100% profits take profit in an uptrend, because it's just not something you do. Okay, when you're in an uptrend, okay, be this wave 3, be this wave 5, okay, or be wave, well, you know, we're not wave 1. If you're in wave 3 or in wave 5, and we're obviously looking at this as 1, 2, this even could be a whole extended third. Let me load up my Elliott wave count a second, because well, I haven't updated this today because I've obviously been in not around really too much trading. This is now extending even more. So yeah, just look at it go. It's just like moving up the levels as where like more levels become realistic, and we can expect higher prices at this point moment in time. So you know, in the grand scheme of things, so what I was saying, like when you're in a wave 3, which we do believe we're either in a wave 3 or a wave 5 at this point, okay, when you're in a wave 3 or wave 5, you do not take 100% profit at a take profit level. Okay, that's the first thing I want to tell you. Never take 100%, because you will find yourself selling 100%, and if it goes through, which is the most likely scenario in an uptrend, that it will go through your resistance, that's why you never ever take 100%. Firstly, I want to just really critically say that don't take 100% of profit in an uptrend, because you will find yourself buying up higher if you don't really know exactly what you're doing. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say. Don't take 100%. But, you know, taking, for example, like 30% is fine. Okay, 30% is a decent amount to take, if I'm honest. Like, if it's a major level. Okay, so if you're looking, this thing, so annoying. So if you're looking at, that major level, what is going on now? Oh my God. So if you're looking at a major level, I swear something's like glitching out on my computer. So if you're looking at a major level, okay, and I need to go back to my normal counts. So when, sorry. So where is everything? So there we go. So for example here, we were looking at a major resistance level, the monthly that coincided with the 618 on Bitfinex. That is a major take profit level, where here I would be locking in 50% of the account, okay? You're in an uptrend, yes, but that is a major level of resistance. And you can see you get a rejection, but if you didn't know what you were doing right there, you could have sold 50% and then bought back in higher. Okay, you have to look at the most probable outcomes, and this was obviously our major 618. Okay, I can't really zoom out because of this thing in the way, but that's obviously our major 618 that got then flipped into support. So that's like a real key thing that you need to be looking at, because if you had identified the monthly and then hadn't identified the 618, well, you would have sold the monthly and then looked to have maybe bought in on the SRE test down here, and then you would have sold here, wanting to have bought in here, unrealizing, not realizing that there's the SR flip of the 618, and now suddenly prices moved up another 5%, so it's just like an example that if you're taking profits, you need to know what you're doing firstly, okay, but at the end of the day, you could have just done something like this, taken profits, aimed for down here, it never hit your take profits, and then just bought in as it hit above your level, and then obviously you'd be sat in profits again. So it's just have a plan when you're taking profits. It's not something that you want to take profits and then just think it's going to go down. You want to buy, like, if you're taking profits in an uptrend, you want to take profits, look to add in on a lower level. Obviously that's the most preferred scenario, that you buy in, add lower, and it continues upwards, okay? Or you get a major level like this and you take a higher percentage, but while you're still in that uptrend, you want to to get back in basically at a lower level. But all I would say is at some point, this is really glitching my PC, so at some point you're going to hit a resistance, and you're going to want, so let's say this was our support now. At some point, I'm not saying now, but at some point you're going to break a resistance, and you're going to do this, and you're going to break through, and that's your red flag. once that's happened, you can just see it's not happened yet. You are literally holding higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. It's just going up and up and up and up at the moment. And every time you do break down, you're just back testing resistances and moving on. So your first red flag is going to be if you do not do that and you start breaking down from these supports. That's your first red flag for me right now. Obviously, a lot of people are like blow off tops. Okay, I'll present you a counter argument of a blow off top right now. Okay. So your blow off top is basically a really big increase in volume, okay? And then people will say, well, that was the last push. That's your blow off top. Counter argument, I would give you this right here, okay? There was your potential blow off top. There is where you were expecting it. If you were after a blow off top, this is where you would have sold. Literally the 10K level. Why? Because you hit 10K and look at the increase in volume, okay? Now we've obviously gone higher again, okay? But that would have been your blow off top, okay? That's what you would have thought. There's your massive increase in volume on 10K resistance, and look at the massive volume. You could have said, there's our blow off top, and guess what? If you had thought that, you would have lost out because it's continued on again. So yeah, that's basically when you see people talking about blow off tops, they're all about looking for a real massive volume climax that sees a rejection, and you can see that there was a long upper wick. So you look really closely, there was a long upper wick, okay, and you had a high volume climax, but you know, but you had the high volume climax, you had the doji, and guess what? We went straight into a parallel. You broke the parallel, you back tested it, and you moved up again. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, really, really is. And this is why I love trading, and I love technical analysis. It's so enjoyable. It's just so enjoyable when you do this every day and it's like a passion. And you see your passion like really trading out. It's not even about the money. I literally at this point don't really care too much about the money. It's more like it's just such a thrill. It's just such an adrenaline sort of like amazing feeling when you spend so much time on something and you see like your baby, you see your like hard work paying off. It's just a really, really nice feeling. And yeah, I'm guessing as you're all here, you're all as passionate about trading as I am. And, you know, when you see these levels respected, like perfect technical analysis, it just makes you feel so happy. And, yeah, it's an absolute joy to trade. I absolutely love it. And this is the reason. It's just so enjoyable. So, yeah, obviously, yeah, on Sunday, I'll be trading this one on live stream, putting this up to 100k, and that'll be fun. This is already now 1,800 first ever trade on the new account, which will be live on Sunday. I will go over and trade this one for you all. One trade, first ever trade, 1.8 grand. Not bad, considering it was created today for a little thing for the champions. So if you're interested in that, then obviously that's going to be over on the champion stream. I'm going to be doing a challenge or 10k to 100k, something like this, you know. So and that's just so people can see me scalp trading live. They can see all this, so that's going to be really nice, I think. And yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed today's stream. And apologies if you wanted more theory, but like. And like, if you're watching this 10 months into the future, you're going to be like, wow, this guy's been going on about Bitcoin, and now we're sat at, you know, whatever price. But, you know, you have to realize that today, right now, you know, it's all about Bitcoin. So apologies if you wanted more theory today. I will take a look at Ion right a second. Yeah, look at that. That is just, yeah. Why are you interested in alts that are like this? This is awful. But yeah, all I wanted to say is apologies like that I haven't gone over too much theory today, but like when you have opportunities like this, I think I have to make the most of them, of like explaining some things like live. But obviously I've got like my main aim was to show that, and like then the examples that I've given you today, you've seen how real these are and how perfectly they can be trading for you. So if you've like, obviously, like, this is the thing that I'm going through. So a lot of people are like asking, like they want me to go straight onto scalping. They want me to go straight onto Elliott Waves. But like I've designed a course in the best way for you to learn, in that I'm building it up to levels. So it's like I'm building this up and up and up. So it doesn't make sense with starting with advanced things such as Elliott Waves. You need to understand like core concepts, really, really important concepts that I use in my trading every day before you go into advanced. So it's like you have to like work your way up. Like, or the way I have to teach you all is that you have to like work your way up in a manner that makes sense. It doesn't make sense if you start scalp trading before you even know how to trade SR flips, you know, you understand? So like I understand the demand of people wanting me to do, I went straight onto certain things, but like I'm doing it in the order that as a mentor makes sense for my essentially my students to learn the best way. And for me, this is the reason why I do it in this order, because I want to teach you like really important concepts that make sense and you could progress moving forwards in a correct manner, rather than going into an advanced concept such as Elliott waves before you know how to trade SR flips. It just doesn't make sense really. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing it in this order. And don't worry, I'm going to get to all the advanced sort of things with all due course. Okay, absolutely 100%. So yeah. Whew. Yeah, thank you everybody. So yeah, is like so the yeah the obviously the live trading is more for champions, and then so like what I want to do is like champions is like no theory, too much theory. I've done some advanced like harmonics etc, like advanced more, but it's going to be mainly be that now that's like live trading champions is theory etc. I'm gonna like see how it goes. Obviously, I'm gonna change things up, but that's like the general idea. So yeah, that's the answer to that. What are the best time frames for recognizing SR flips? Literally, you can do it on any time frame. I will trade this on like the 3-minute time frame, up to the daily time frame. So you can trade them on any time frame really. Like you see here on the 3-minute, you can see the SR flips on the 3-minute resistance, support, resistance, support, flipping. So like you can see it on any time frame, but obviously the higher the time frame the better it is. Okay, so the higher the time frame the better it is. Okay, so like here on the 4-hour for example, once you saw that resistance and you saw it flip on a 4-hour chart, that's really really big basically. So that would have been like a really big buy where you could have even like leveraged buy this or whatever, but but that would be basically a really really big signal. 4-hour time frame, you see that, and target up to monthly for example, and yeah, that's 20% in like a few days. But yeah, basically you can see it on any time frame to answer your question, and the higher the time frame the better it is. So it really is the higher the time frame the better it is. Like for example, what was BAT? So as I was going through these examples, so this was obviously 4-hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, so 4 hour. So yeah, but it's kind of like any time frame. But obviously the higher the time, as with anything in technical analysis, the higher the time frame the better it is. The more respected the level is. Always high time frame takes importance over a lower time frame. So always, if you see this on a weekly for example, that's amazing. So the higher time frame the better it is, but you can see it, you can trade this across any time frames. So there's the answer for that. And yeah, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I thoroughly hope that you have enjoyed this live stream, honestly, and it's been educational and beneficial for you all. And that's my main aim. Obviously, it's my birthday today, so I am actually going out tonight. So I am going to be wrapping up the stream now. Yeah, and thank you all for the birthday messages and wishes. Really, really, really honestly appreciated. And yeah, I hope that you appreciate me taking the time to make this one today on my birthday. And well, Bitcoin's so volatile. So obviously it was a nice one. I have enjoyed tonight, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, thank you everybody. Obviously I'll end with some final words. I will end with just the common thing. Nothing goes on forever. This very well. All I'm just going to say is nothing continues forever. This is why taking profits is key. And even if you add in lower or add back in at the once the level's taken, it's just, you see this is so parabolic. As we just said, 14 days, one red day. I would imagine when a pullback comes, it will be quite heavy, but it's just like, you're definitely undeniably in a bull trend. What I went through last week, people saying this is a B wave, like, oh, really? Yeah, no comment. This is so bullish. Okay, and yeah, a retracement will come. I imagine a retracement will come. Don't get in the way of something that is, because people have lost money shorting this, like a lot of money shorting this. And all I would say is, don't try and be the hero that shorts the top. Wait for confirmation and then get in a short. Miss the top 5%. It does not matter. You do not need to sell the exact top, really. You do not need to short the exact top either. Okay. You can wait for some confirmation. Really, really bad idea to try and run in front. Try and run in front of this, because it's obviously it's just cutting up shorters right now. So just take a little bit of care. You want to see some supports go down before you look to really short it, if I'm honest. And yeah, that's what I want to end with. And yeah, just get on some retracements as you start to come down, if you start to come down. So that's my kind of final words on this. Obviously you're at the 6.5 right now. Let's see how this ends out right on that monthly still. You can see the importance of this monthly. It's really holding down prices at the moment, but we'll see how this goes in the coming hours. Yeah, thank you everybody. Cheers. Yeah, no, thank you. Honestly, yeah, I will not be trading this for the rest of the night. I am going out, but yeah, have fun trading this for the rest of the night for the people that are. It's going to be very nice, and I would say get ready for some big wicks. It's very likely that you have like really big wicks come in here, so just like be aware of that. And this is why you don't over leverage, because you get some big wicks. So just be a little bit careful of that. And you start losing supports, well, that's when you can start to look for hedging, or shorts, etc. But right now you're just again consolidating under resistance. So it's not something you would look, well, I guess you could if you want. Not something I would look to short right now. Although you're on the monthly, it's a little bit too late. The first touch is where you see your rejections. First touch, rejection. First touch, rejection. The more times you touch it, the more likely you are to break through. It's the first touch that you want to get on that rejection. Just like here, I was saying I would have sold the first touch, but because I had already missed the first touch, I don't want to sell the second touch. Because you get a level, the first time you touch it, you reject. The second time, you're more likely to go through it, okay? So you want to get on those first touches, really. Especially in a trend like this. But yeah, consolidation under resistance bullish. But yeah, be careful. If we start to lose some of these support levels, that's a red flag basically. And keep your eye on volume. Okay, so that's everything that I wanted to end with there. I wish this was vodka. No, this is just water. This is like my daily daily live stream water. All I drink is really water or orange juice. Like, this is my drinks. Yeah, so thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Really do hope you've enjoyed this one. Apologies for the people that that it hasn't been too hardcore theory, but it was a nice opportunity, I think. And yeah, next week we'll be continuing on with the theory, improving you as traders and giving you more knowledge. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Thank you honestly so much, and enjoy trading Bitcoin. How blessed are we honestly to be in this space? It's just amazing. So yeah, exciting times ahead. Really exciting times ahead. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the obviously the champion stream on Sunday, or next week I will catch you on Wednesday for another contender stream. So thank you everybody, and I'll catch you then. Cheers. Thank you. Have a brilliant night. Cheers.